In the mid-2000s, Roush Racing was the top team in the NASCAR Cup Series. They won the championship in 2003 with Matt Kenseth and again the next season with Kurt Busch. Then, for 2005, the team's 5 drivers, Mark Martin, Greg Biffle, Kenseth, Busch, and Carl Edwards, all qualified for the 10-driver playoffs, with the best final ranking being Biffle in second place. Meanwhile, Martin, who had won 35 races with Roush and had been driving for the team since their debut in 1988, was wanting to reduce his schedule. However, Busch decided to leave Roush for Team Penske, and Roush now needed 2 replacements. So Martin's intended replacement, Jamie McMurray, drove in place of Busch, and Martin continued to compete full-time with Roush in 2006. At the same time, Roush still needed a driver to replace Martin in 2007. In April 2006, it was announced that Todd Kluever would become the new driver of one of the most famous entries in NASCAR history. First, I will give some background about Kluever. While being the co-owner of a bar, Kluever owned his own team in the ASA National Tour, TK2 Racing. In those years, he finished 10th, 7th, and 16th, respectively, in the championship. Kluever's best race finish was 4th in 2003 at Madison and Nashville. The best race he had was also in 2003 at Salem, where Kluever led 109 of 300 laps and finished 7th. Then, in October 2004, he participated in the Roush Racing Gong Show at North Wilkesboro and won the event that had 25 participants. Kluever's reward was driving full-time for Roush in the NASCAR Truck Series in 2005. In the first 11 races, Kluever finished in the top 10 3 times, topped by 4th places at Fontana and Mansfield. He then finished 2nd at Kansas and equaled that result at Claremont and Martinsville. With an 11th place points finish and 12 top 10 finishes, Kluever was Rookie of the Year for the series. Roush then had him compete in a NASCAR Sportsman Series full-time in 2006. There, Kluever struggled. In the first 7 races, he only had 1 top 10 finish, a 7th at Daytona, when it was announced in April that Kluever would be replacing Martin. Realistically, Kluever needed another season in either the Sportsman Series or Truck Series to improve himself, but the decision was made to have Kluever drive part-time in the Cup Series for Roush in the number 06 Ford Fusion. Serving as crew chief would be 14-time race winner Frank Stoddard. Unfortunately, relative to the team and equipment they had, Kluever had one of the worst Cup Series careers in history.
Well, the commitment cone that you have to go inside of, well,
it's not there anymore.
He's not there anymore.
And that's because Todd Kluever, making his Nextel Cup Series debut, got it. And that will be a penalty. That'll be a drive-through penalty under green. So they work on Kluever's car. Look back in the field.
Kluever and
40 car David Stremme.
Stremme in trouble. Todd Kluever had a little damage there as well. Not as much as that car.
The right front a bit on the wall.
Our second caution.
See David right in the middle. There's Kluever right in front of him. Kluever may get run into. It looks like Bobby Labonte ran into Kluever. I don't know who was that on the outside that he ran into.
The 49.
Yeah, Bobby Labonte just pushed up the racetrack into those guys, kind of set things off.
We can go on board with Stremme.
Watch the 43 car. Boom. That's just a chain reaction. The wrong place at the wrong time sometimes.
We got a piece of that there, boys.
At Fontana, Kluever was ranked 44th in qualifying and, consequently, missed being in the starting field by 1 position.
And look what happened. Todd Kluever is around.
Well, Schrader.
Man. We got hit just now.
I thought he was going to miss him. I said, man, Schrader's going to do a great job going to the outside. And guess what? That car showed up at the same spot he was immediately.
4th caution flag of the race, just 47 laps in. There's Kluever.
Yeah, it's tough when you're watching a wreck happen, you're slowing down for a wreck, and then you get in the wreck.
And Kyle Petty has some damage in that crash.
First look.
Kluever just get a little bit loose. Biffle was right on his bumper. Took a little bit of air off it. Schrader wasn't sure which way he wanted to go, and he picked the wrong way.
Then did he get Michael?
Yes, Michael Waltrip goes up in the outside retaining wall. Trying to figure out how Kyle Petty got. Saw him go by with smoking.
I think Schrader was going down to the bottom, and he thought the 6 car was going to keep going down to the bottom.
Oh, I see. Kyle Petty ran in the 06 car after Schrader hit him.
Kluever failed to qualify for a second race. This time it was being ranked 45th at Phoenix.
Todd Kluever in the 06, the last driver to qualify. So matter of fact, for this 2006 season.
There's 2 drivers watching this run closely. Casey Kane, who's on the Bud pole right now, and Travis Quapple, who is the go-or-go-home car that is not locked in. It'll be between Todd Kluever and Travis Quapple.
And you know what the sad thing is? Todd Kluever ran a 30.82 in practice. If he backs that up, he's not going to make this race. He's got to pick it up to a 70, at least a 79 or an 8.00 to beat Travis Quapple. So he's got a lot of pressure on this young man.
And right now, when you look at the pace chase right there, this lap will not do it for Todd Kluever. Of course, he has a second lap. And if indeed Casey Kane stays on the pole, and it looks like he will, this will be the 16th Bud pole in 2006 by the Dodges. But one of the things that we maybe will address to Casey Mears tonight on trackside, we're going to talk about it on NASCAR Performance at 12:30 tomorrow, is the fact the Dodgers are fast on qualifying day, but other than what the 9 car and Casey Kane has done on race day, only one other Dodge has a win, that Kurt Busch at the Spring Bristol race. They just are not fast long on race day.
Travis picks it up. Todd picks it up a little bit on his second lap, but it will not be quick enough to knock Travis Quapple out of this race. So Todd Kluever will have to go to the house.
Kluever entered 7 Cup Series races in 2006 for Roush. He retired from 2 of them due to a crash, failed to qualify 3 times, had one top 30 start, 22nd at Kansas, and had a best finish there with 32nd place. After Kluever started doing Cup Series races, his future at Roush became less certain. David Reagan started to compete partially in the Cup Series for both Roush and their affiliate team, No Fear Racing. Out of 5 attempts, he had a best finish of 25th at Martinsville. For Kluever's 2006 Sportsman Series season, he had just 4 top 10 finishes, with none being better than the aforementioned 7th place at Daytona. Kluever's best race was at Nashville, where he qualified on the pole position and led for 17 laps, the only ones he did, before finishing 1 lap down in 17th, the same position he finished the championship in. In October, Roush announced that Reagan would be replacing Martin. Kluever did a partial season in the Sportsman Series in 2007 for Roush, now known as Roush Racing. He started 16 of the first 24 races in a partial season and had just 1 top 10 finish, 8th place at Nashville, and was released. Kluever stopped competing in NASCAR after 2009 and had no real success after splitting from Roush Fenway. Todd Kluever was announced as the replacement driver for one of the most successful driver-team combinations in the history of the NASCAR Cup Series. In his attempt to prepare for this, Kluever had one of the worst performances for a top team in this series.